So today, we're going to dive into a really powerful framework for finding inner freedom, and it comes from Michael Singer's amazing book, The Untethered Soul. Think of it as a guide to finding peace, not by trying to change everything out there, but by completely changing our relationship with what's going on in here. All right, let's just jump right in with a question that's at the absolute heart of all of this. I want you to really think about it for a second. There's a voice in your head that just never ever stops talking, but who's the one listening to it? Who is the one that's aware of all those thoughts? And that leads us right into our first big idea, the voice in your head. This is something every single one of us deals with, every single day, whether we pay attention to it or not. It's a totally universal human thing. I mean, from the second you wake up, it's on. It's narrating, it's judging, it's worrying, it's planning. Ugh, I'm so tired. I need coffee. Oh man, did I remember to send that email? I really don't like what he's wearing. It is a non-stop, relentless internal monologue that basically shapes our entire experience of reality. So what on earth are we supposed to do about this voice? Well, this is where Singer completely flips the script. Instead of identifying with that voice, he invites us to do something different. He asks us to meet our inner roommate. And this quote right here, this is the whole foundation of his philosophy. It is the great liberation. Just think about it. If you can hear the voice, if you're aware of it, then by definition, you can't be it. You are the conscious witness. You're the one who's listening. And Singer gives this voice a fantastic name, your inner roommate. It's such a powerful metaphor because it immediately creates a bit of distance, you know? It frames that anxious, judgmental voice not as your true self, but as this separate and, let's be honest, often kind of difficult character that just happens to live in your head. Seriously, just imagine if a real person followed you around all day spewing this stuff out loud. You'd think they were completely insane. And that's the whole point. By seeing this voice as just a roommate, you can start to observe its neurotic chatter with some objectivity, and maybe even a little bit of humor, instead of taking every single word it says as the absolute truth.
Okay, so why does our roommate get so worked up all the time? Well, Singer explains this with another incredible metaphor, and this one really gets to the root of our suffering. He calls it the thorn you protect.
Just picture this. Imagine you have a really painful thorn stuck in your arm. This thorn, it represents our deep-seated wounds, our insecurities, our past traumas. It's that sensitive spot inside that whenever it gets touched, causes this huge disproportionate amount of pain and reactivity. Now, when you've got this thorn, you really only have two choices. You can do what most of us do, protect the thorn. You build your entire life around making sure nothing and nobody ever touches it. You avoid certain relationships, you shy away from big opportunities, you build up these psychological walls. And what happens? Your world gets smaller and smaller. Or you can choose to remove the thorn. Now, is it going to hurt for a moment when you pull it out? Yeah, for sure. But once it's gone, it's gone. You're free. The crucial point is, we spend our lives just managing the pain instead of actually healing the wound. This leads us right to Singer's practical solution. If building walls around our pain isn't the answer, then what is? He calls it the art of letting go. And this is the key to actually removing that thorn.
So this is the process. When something happens and you feel that inner disturbance, that flare-up of anger or jealousy or fear, the first step is just to notice it. That's it. Instead of getting all caught up in the dramatic story your roommate is telling you, you simply relax. Relax your shoulders, your chest, your stomach. And then you just let that blocked energy go. Let it pass right through you without resisting it. And over time, doing this again and again is what actually heals the original wound. So what does all this actually look like in practice? How does it shift our reactions to all the little annoyances and the major challenges of just living our everyday lives?
Let's look at the difference here. A negative email pops up in your inbox. The common reaction? We let the roommate take over, right? Replaying the argument, feeling victimized for hours. The untethered perspective? You notice the roommate is panicking. You relax your body, and you just let that anxious energy pass right on through. Or you're scrolling social media, you see someone's perfect life, and you feel that pang of envy. Instead of judging them or yourself, you just notice, a thorn of insecurity just got touched, and you let that feeling go without resisting. And a traffic jam? It's not a personal attack on you, it just is. The problem is never the traffic itself, it's our mental reaction to the traffic.
Ultimately, this whole practice is about a massive shift in our life's goal. We spend so much energy trying to arrange the world perfectly so that our thorns are never touched, just so that we can feel safe. But Singer suggests a much more radical and much more freeing goal, to be so open that life can flow through you no matter what it brings.
So, I'll leave you with this final thought to take with you. Looking at your own life, at your own reactions, what is the one deep, sensitive spot you've built your life around? What thorn are you ready to stop protecting so that you can finally, truly start to heal?